we got a pretty big show for you tonight, man. Got an interview with
got the boy
rapper
Dee Dot in the house.
David Dee Dot Fusilier in the house. Y'all getting ready for that, and that's going to be tantalizing. Got the local music down here with us like we always do, and we got a big time show for y'all, man. We got NFL talk, all the stuff we didn't get to last week because of the interview we had last week, but we got NFL talk, Cowboy talk, Tim Tebow talk. We got some brand new NBA playoff talk for you. Some news you can use. We're going to get into the fights, talk about last week's fights, John Bones Jones, Mayweather, and some come on players. So come on players. Yeah, we got the neighborhood sports talk right here for you.
For sure.
This is the AKA Underground Sports Talk Champs.
Right. What you got for us, man?
Well, let's just go ahead and start it off, man, with some stuff we didn't do last weekend. Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones reared his ugly head again, man. Okay. Jerry Jones was talking about how, well, since Romo has the big contract, he's basically going to be doing he's going to be on Peyton Manning time now.
Peyton Manning time.
Which means that he's going to be at the camp a little bit more. He's going to be studying more film. They're going to have him looking at the rookies that we just drafted.
Right.
And basically playing less golf.
Okay. You think so, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's...
You know he lives right behind the golf course, right?
He does?
Yeah, all he got to do is hop the fence. So, I mean...
I didn't know that he lived right next to the golf course.
He lived on the golf course. All he got to do is hop the fence and go on the tee up.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a mystery, man, as to why on God's green earth Jerry Jones would even say something like that, man. I mean, every offseason, it seems like the Cowboy fans are kind of wondering why on God's green earth Tim Tebow, I'm trying to get Tim Tebow right here.
Yeah.
Tony Romo won't just go ahead and, get into his playbook a little bit more like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning and the Colts, I remember when Peyton was playing with the Colts, man, just to give you a little side story right here. It was a rookie they drafted, man, this little wide receiver. I can't remember his name, little Hispanic dude, man. I can't remember his name, man, but the Colts drafted this guy. Peyton Manning actually drove to this guy's college. Like, it was like 2,000 miles away is what he was.
Yeah.
Peyton, like, driving in the summertime to go meet this guy and practice with him and throwing the football back and forth. I mean, just to get a good rapport with the guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's dedication right there, boy.
That's dedication. Do you see Tony Romo having some type of dedication?
Not at all. Hey, we got Dee Dot just sat down with us. He's gonna join us on the show right here on the sports segment, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How
no
y'all
doubt,
doing,
no doubt, doing good, man. We happy you up in here, no doubt.
Already, man.
Big sports fan or what?
Oh man, I'm a big fanatic, man.
All right.
What's your favorite football team?
I'm a New Orleans Saints fan.
Yeah. Oh man.
You sound like a New Orleans Saints fan. We see you got that boot accent right there, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. I got to rep for the home team. I mean, I live in Dallas now, but born and bred in Louisiana,
Straight from the boot, huh?
Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No doubt.
But we're going to try to talk a little more sports right here, man. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to go ahead and play some of your songs right there, and we're going to get into an interview with you and just see how things going with you right there, man.
Stick around, please,
Definitely.
No doubt.
Stick on around, see what else we got to say about these crazy Cowboys, man. Okay, bottom line about Jerry Jones is I just wanted to kind of advise people that we are still in the dark ages of the Dallas Cowboys. Right about now, that we're in the dark ages because Jerry Jones is still the GM.
Yeah.
And he's still saying incredibly ridiculous stuff like, Well, Romo's gonna be, in a, he's gonna be Peyton Manning like, which is something he just should have.
But see, this is what I was telling you earlier, and this is what I was telling you earlier. Like a lot of people don't realize, Romo's won as many playoff games as Quincy Carter.
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
one. So I don't see what the big hype is about Romo. No doubt. The dedication's not there.
Well, I mean, the dedication may not be there. Mm-hmm. And, Romo's taking a lot of flack over this, but unfortunately, Romo is he's got bad coaches. So this guy's, he's going to be looking bad throughout this whole ordeal, getting $100 million contract and then having an owner come out and say, well, now he's going to be a little more focused on his job after we gave him $100 million. It's just a bad look. Right. Brent Jones, remember this guy had the car wreck. He was a defensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, right, but ended up wrecking the car with his homeboy and it ended up killing his homeboy.
Yeah.
So this was a guy that was on the defensive line that was going to be contributing heavily for us in the next upcoming years. Unfortunately, he's not going to be with us because of what happened in the car accident, so he's going to have to go through some court proceedings. He might even be in jail for a considerable amount of time. So the Cowboys did not draft a defensive lineman, okay? Do they know something that we don't as far as what's going to happen to Brent Jones? Because Brent Jones was a pretty big piece in that Cowboy defensive line. And because he's not here, we didn't draft that that defensive lineman. And people are kind of wondering, well, okay, do the Cowboys know something we don't about Brent Jones? Is he gonna come back to the team, or is he not?
I say he probably could, no doubt. I mean,
he could.
Don't underestimate that money, man. I'm telling you, that money get him out of jail.
Jerry Jones is a billionaire.
Exactly. That money will get him out of jail for real. So maybe they know something we don't, or they just dumb as hell. I'd go so far as to say they just dumb as hell, for real. So
I think I would go ahead and side with the latter as well. They dumb, man.
Yeah.
They dumb as hell, man. Dallas Cowboys did not get any defensive linemen. We had a prime guy in Brent Jones that was supposed to be kind of like our future anchor on the line. He's gone.
Yep.
But we didn't draft a defensive lineman, so now we got people speculating on, okay, do the Cowboys know something others don't as to if Brent Jones is going to come back to the football team? It's basically sad as hell, man. Like I said, this is the dark ages of the Dallas Cowboys. Just wanted to point out Jerry Jones rearing his ugly plastic head again. Already we got David Dee Dot, who you just heard rocking the fly kicks.
Rocking the fly kicks.
I likes that one right there, man.
Doubt. I like that one. Yeah.
I likes that right there, man. Where did you come up with the idea for that?
Well, it's actually Quincy Thomas. He actually did the song. He did the first verse on the song. Yeah. And he had called me up because I had sent him the previous song one time. We had just got through doing that one. Yeah. And then, he does beats too, so he working on a little project and he sent it over to me. And I was like, I was feeling this, man. And, he offered me a spot to do the verse. And, there was history from that point on. So,
already, man.
No doubt.
What you got?
Now, I do have a question. How do you pronounce your last name?
Fusilier.
Fusilier?
Fusilier.
All right,
yeah.
Okay. No doubt. Because I don't want to mess it up, you know what I'm saying? No doubt. But it's D Dot for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all can call me D Dot. That's my stay.
Right,
I just use the other stuff on my Facebook,
Yeah, no doubt. So how long you been doing this, man?
Since really I've been doing it since like 2001, but as a career I've been doing it since like 2006.
Putting time in, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. For real. So, do you try to come up with your own original style, or you try to model yourself after somebody? Like, who's your inspiration, or who'd you listen to, growing up?
Growing up, as a 90s kid and stuff, I mean, everybody, we went through that West Coast movement.
Yeah.
DJ Quick. But then, in the late 90s, that's kind of when Cash Money and No Limit started to come up.
Right,
and, shout out to Manny Fresh, he really put producers from Louisiana.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did that.
They couldn't have blew up without Manny Fresh.
Just to stop it right there, though, what happened to Manny Fresh?
Manny's actually doing much better now.
What?
He's I think he's with Def Jam. And he was working on a project, I believe, with Mos Def. That's something gonna be pretty hot.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up.
I say Manny Fresh Beats. That was nice.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
No doubt. So I got another question for you. You said before we went to the break that cats like they didn't really want to mess with you if you didn't have a big name, but all of a sudden when you blow up a little bit, now they coming back try to bite off the pie. Like, I mean, is that what's happening to you, or?
Yeah.
You said at first didn't nobody want to listen to what you had to say, right?
Yeah, and it's something I think a lot of young producers go through, young artists.
Right.
The thing, like I can remember back in the day when there were older cats, I would ask to go to the studio, and it would kind of blow me off at the time and stuff. And years later, they hit me up on social networking, and they want to work now, and
So you're not holding no grudges, are you?
No, I'm not that type of dude. It's not a grudge. It's more called business.
Right.
Okay. No doubt. I feel you.
That's what they called it, Yeah. Back in the day when you was coming to them already.
So ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. So do you also make beats?
Yeah, I'm actually a producer first,
Okay.
It's just rapping is just kind of a secondary thing I do, but production is my heart,
Oh, really? What do you think is like the best beat you've ever made?
I'll probably have to say shout out to my homie across there, 3D. We did Step Your Game Up. That was like, he actually made the beat grow on me. At first, I thought it was a hot beat, but I really just listened to it. Yeah. And like, man, I mean, that probably one of the best beats out there.
And that's the truth, because some beats are like that too.
Yeah.
When you first, it's been many songs, man, that I've heard that when I initially hear it, I just throw it off, and I'm like, I don't like that, and then it's amazing how you just keep listening to it, it'll just start growing on you, man. If it's good.
You sure you ain't in a different frame of mind when you hear it another time?
No.
Sometimes be letting you know.
The funny thing is, like, I've actually made beats and that I didn't like, real talk, and I have an artist come in my studio and they bought a beat on the spot right there.
Wow.
Right
there, and you didn't even like it.
I didn't like it, seriously.
So, what I wanted to know, man, who is the dude that most influenced you as far as the guy that you most looked up to in the rap game, past or present?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. In the past, the things that I guess the main person that made me actually want to do production, I would have to say would be Dr. Dre.
Okay.
It's just something about his style, his drums, everything he puts into it.
Yeah.
And then currently, I get real inspired when I hear a lot of what's his name, Ski Beats. He does a lot of Currency's beats.
Yeah.
And, he did a lot of Jay-Z beats in the 90s as well, so he's pretty hot.
Okay.
No doubt.
When did you first know that this is what you wanted to do? Like, when was you? I know you had to be very young, and so you know what I'm saying. Or maybe you wasn't, but when is the first time that you knew that, hey, this is me. This is what I want to do. I want to do music.
Well, I've been in music my whole life. Going back all the way to middle school, I was a brass player, like trumpet, baritone. But it wasn't really until the middle of, I guess, maybe sophomore, junior year in high school, because I had a little personality battle. One side of me wanted to be an NBA star. The other side of me wanted to be,
me too.
I wanted them right here.
In the music. But obviously, I wasn't blessed with the gift of height. So,
Right. Me, I wasn't blessed with the gift of height or skill, but that's another story. Go ahead.